Hi, welcome. My name is Dr. Debbie Kooyman with liveyourlifefully.com, and I would like to talk to you today about what the best gift is that you can give yourself and others this new year. So it's January, and a lot of us are thinking about the coming year and what we can do to work on, what goals we have, what things we would like to improve, and I think I have the best answer overall. To the best thing that we can work on this year. So I think that the best gift that you can give to both yourself and others this year is to truly learn how to love and take care of yourself. This is so important, and it's something that I think is definitely lacking in our culture, maybe around the world, during this day and age. There's so much lack of self-love, and I personally see it everywhere. I've certainly experienced it myself, and I can see that all around people just want to be loved. People just want love. And unfortunately in our culture currently, we tend to go about it in so many wrong ways. We have so many addictions and so many things that people are trying to grab onto to fill themselves up. And I think what most people are trying to fill up is to fill up their love. They just want to be filled with love. But I think we have done a terrible job as a society in general of teaching people how to actually get love. We seem to think that love is something that's outside of ourselves. It's something we seek, it's something we search for, it's something we try to find in other things. We try to find it in other people. We think that if other people will love us, we'll feel loved. But that old adage that you can't truly love another unless you love yourself is true. We truly can't love other people well unless we learn to love ourselves. And we can't truly accept love into our lives and into our hearts until we first learn how to love ourselves as well. So if we want love, which I believe as human beings we all naturally want, the best way to get love is to learn how to love yourself. Now, like I said, our culture, I think, has failed miserably at teaching us how to love and take care of ourselves in healthy ways. So you may not know how to do this. And I have some ideas, thoughts, answers for that as well. Now, all of us are different. What works for each of us may be different. But I can promise you that finding real love and being filled with love starts with yourself first. So if you're seeking that in anything else, if you're seeking that in a thing, if you're seeking that in another person, it's not going to work. So I want you to try to think that first. Try to give up seeking it from everyone else and make a commitment. Make a commitment right now, today, to learn how to love yourself. Even if you're not sure you can, even if you're not sure how, at least, try to make that commitment to yourself. Maybe put your hand on your heart and just say, even if all you can do is want to, I want to commit to learn how to love myself. And then focus this year on loving yourself. Now, one thought, one idea, something that worked for me, the past 2 years actually, I've worked on programs. So there's a woman named Christina Rilo, and I'll put her information on the screen for you. And she is the self-proclaimed queen of self-love. And she has, in my opinion, excellent resources. So she has some books. I'll put a link up to her information as well. She has some books. She also has a 40-day self-love program. And that's how my journey didn't really start there, but it kind of solidified there. A couple of years ago, I did her self-love for her 40-day self-love program called Choosing Me Before We, and it was amazing. It was a life changer for me because she really helped me understand first where the blocks were in my thinking and my past that were preventing me from having self-love and then other love. And then the program kind of bathes you in love and helps you really practice how to love yourself. So I did that. She had mantras every morning, self-love mantras, a lot of great activities. But I think part of it is really kind of what, in whatever form that takes for you, what she did for me is really help you identify where are you blocking, where are you putting up guards and shields and blocking your ability to love yourself. And then both understanding that and then learning how to practice loving yourself, which includes, changing our dialogue. So we're having a loving dialogue with ourselves, loving relationship with ourselves, doing things that are loving. One of the most profound things over the past couple of years that I've learned is really focusing every day on all of my actions and looking at whether all of my actions are loving or non-loving. And those are loving things towards my body, loving things in relationship, and I, especially because I've been working on myself for a long time, was really surprised to learn how many things I was doing that were not loving to myself. And then, no wonder I wasn't feeling surrounded by love. So what I've learned to do, and not that I'm perfect or great at it by any means, but what I've learned to do much better than I did a couple of years ago is to really assess all of my decisions throughout the day and to look at whether they're loving or not. So a lot of stuff is loving my body, the kind of things that I'm putting in my body, how I'm treating my body with sleep, with exercise, with rest, whether I'm forcing myself to do things I don't want to do. Those certainly would not be loving. Relationships and activities, am I going out of obligation or am I going out because I want to? Those different kinds of things are some of the things to look at. So I know this is kind of vague because it's a big topic, but I want to at least get you thinking about the idea and hopefully, like I said, get you committed to making that pledge to yourself to love yourself. And I've learned as I've gone through the program and of improving my self-love, I do this a lot. There's a lot of putting my hand on my heart, which for me is just a tender, compassionate way to honor myself, to own my feelings, my thoughts, to connect with myself. So that's something you might try too, just, putting your hand on your heart, connecting with your heart. Again, sending loving energy, having loving words, having loving actions. Like I said, Christine has the 40-day self-love program. She also has a couple books. She has a self-love tree, which I think is amazing as well, where she breaks self-love down into 10 different categories. I don't remember them all, so let me read them off here. So there's self-acceptance, self-care, self-awareness, self-trust, sorry, it's dark in here, I can't read it. Self-compassion and forgiveness, self-empowerment, self-honor and respect, self-esteem, self-expression, and self-pleasure. All of which are great things. And in one of her books, I don't remember which one it is right now, she has Madly in Love with Me and Choosing Me Before We. One of them, she goes over all of these branches, and she has specific questions you can ask yourself, specific things that you can do to improve in each of these. So that would be another thing to do. I think learning all of my videos talk about emotions and different stuff like that. So learning how to deal with your emotions better, to express your emotions in loving ways, learning how to express your needs in loving ways. These are all great and wonderful things that you can do to help love yourself. And of course, I'm here to help. So some of you might be already seeing me, and if you want to increase your self-love, talk to me and we can work on that together. I'm available for new people too that may want to see me. So if you see this video and you think, yeah, I'd really like to work on self-love and would like somebody to help you with that, I would be happy to do that. And you can either leave me a message or give me a call. I'll put my information up on the screen so you have that. And I'd be happy to work with you as well. And I promise it is a great, great endeavor. I have never felt such love for myself, and as a result, everything else in my life goes more smoothly. I feel so much more peace and contentment in my whole life, no matter what the circumstances of what are going on. And it has definitely, definitely been the best gift I have ever given to myself. And I would highly, highly recommend it to all of you. And I truly, truly do think that it is the best possible gift this year you could give to yourself and to all those who care about you. And I hope that you can feel that. I promise you that if you make this commitment and you work on it, you will feel a difference. And I promise it'll be worth it. So of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below or email me. I'd love to hear your comments and your feedback. And thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and I wish you all the best on your journey, and I hope you all learn how to truly love yourself.